Why, hello everybody. Welcome to Tuesday's Capstone. So, last week you built your Padlets and got some sources up. On Thursday, you read or watched one article and took notes, just like I did here. On Friday, you read or watched a source and took notes. You had two sources. Then on Monday, you did a flip grid where you talked about what you've learned. Okay? So now, today we're going to do our third source. But before I just tell you to take notes again, I want to show you a new tool that you can use that'll help you kind of read and pay attention. So what I like to do is first on my Padlet, remember I have my flip grids, articles, and videos. I did a video last time, so I think I'm going to do an article. In here, I really want to do this. Profiles of 24 abolitionists, people who fought against slavery. I really, really, really want to read that. So the first step is to just open it. And this happens to be a News ELA article. But the trick I'm going to show you today can work for any article. All right? So I get it open. And then up in your browser up here, you have the Read and Write app. The district has downloaded that onto everyone's Chrome when you sign in. So as long as you're using an MAMK account, you have Read and Write here. So what I like to do is click on it. So you click on that RW, and this toolbar comes up. Now there's a couple things that I like to use with this toolbar. The first thing is you can scroll over everything and it tells you what the tool does. Okay. So what I like to do is see this last tool. I like to simplify the page because oftentimes these websites are busy. So watch, simplify. And it changes it to just the text. Oh man, that to me, that's so much kinder on my eyes. Then once it's simplified, it allows you to change the size. Like if it helps for it to be bigger, you can absolutely do that. That's the size I like right there. So right there, I think is what worth watching this video, just to know how to simplify an article. And that works on any website. Okay. So now once you have it simplified, there's some other tools I like to use. I really like the highlighter tools. So you know how in our Padlet, we're going to write some notes. Now, the highlights can remind you of things that you should write down. So let's practice. American history textbooks give little attention to the abolition movement, which pushed tirelessly to end slavery. This is particularly true of Black abolitionists. Yet, Black abolitionists were central to the abolition movement. Before I show you how to highlight, I don't know this word. Abolition. Okay, so I can go over here to dictionary. The act of abolishing a system or practice or institution, especially abolishing slavery. They use abolition as with abolition, but I think it means stopping, right? The stopping movement, the stopping of slavery. Okay. Below are the biographies of 24 important Black abolitionists. Oh my God, this is so cool. William Wells Brown. Let's read about him. William Wells Brown was born into slavery in 1814. Much of his childhood was spent working in St. Louis, Missouri. During one of his many attempts to escape slavery, he and his mother were caught. She was shipped south to New Orleans, and he never saw her again. Brown was finally able to escape on New Year's Day, 1834. He went to Buffalo, New York, where he worked on steamboats and helped in the work of the Underground Railroad. Wow. in the 1840s. So he was born a slave, escaped, separated from his mother. Ugh. And then when he did escape, he helped other people escape. In the 1840s, Brown joined the abolitionist movement. He soon began attending conventions, working on committees, and giving speeches. In 1847, he was hired by the Massachusetts Anti-Slavery Society as a public speaker and moved to Boston. That same year, he published his book, Narrative of William W. Brown, a Fugitive Slave. The book was widely read and greatly admired. In 1850, Congress passed the Fugitive Slave Act, which gave slave owners the right to seize people who had escaped slavery and moved to free states. This put Brown in great danger. To escape recapture, he moved to England, where he spent 5 years. Oh my God. So they passed a law that said, even if you escaped and you got to the free part of the country, that they could send you, they had the right to go get you and get you sent back. So that's something I want to highlight. Check that. Yeah. Make that green. I want to put that. I need to remember that. I also want to write something about William Brown, but that's a law I want. He had to move to England to stay free. Man. After the Civil War, Brown continued to write. He published 3 volumes on Black history, a novel, travelogues, a play, and a collection of abolitionist songs. In time, he came to be considered the most important Black writer in the U.S. Brown also became a doctor. He passed away in 1884. Imagine how talented he must have been. How wise and beautifully smart this man must have been to do all that and to start his first 20 years of life being enslaved. It's just, it's beautiful that he was so talented, but frustrating that he was held down. So anyway, back to the point. Do you see how you can highlight things? Should I do one more? Well, anyway, that's all I want to highlight, but all you do is you scroll over it and then you press that marker. Okay? I wonder if you can unhighlight it. Nope. Well, I know this clears your highlights, so I'm going to clear them. Oh, like that. So I scroll on it and then I hit the broom to get rid of it. Haha. Okay. So I've taught you some tools. I've taught you to simplify. I've taught you to use the dictionary. I've taught you to highlight. The last tool, which you might like, I don't like because I don't think it always works the way I want it to. But anyway, if you want this to be read to you, you can highlight a sentence and hit play, and it should read to you. For me, the tool always makes mistakes, so I get annoyed. But if you want to try it, you can.
William Wells Brown was born into slavery in 1814. Much of his childhood was spent working in St. Louis, Missouri. During one of his many attempts to escape slavery, he and his mother were caught.
So it's working. One thing I would suggest is maybe sentences that you're having a hard time understanding because there's difficult words, listening to those sentences, right? Like here with the abolitionist movement. What if you didn't know that word? Well, you can listen to it. I guess I gotta hit stop, right? So I go here.
In the 1840s, Brown joined the abolitionist movement. He soon began attending conventions, working on committees and giving speeches. In 1847, he was hired by the Massachusetts Anti-Slavery Society as a public speaker and moved to Boston.
So maybe I don't use it for the whole article, but for difficult parts, I use it. Okay. So then I go back to my Padlet and I'm ready to add notes. I think I'm going to need this article for a couple of days. Let's see here. I hit the three dots. Okay. Edit, post. And then here I can do my notes. So I've only talked about William, I forgot his name already, Wells Brown. So William Wells Brown was born a slave. He escaped when he was 20. He spent his life fighting for the end of slavery. He wrote many books. And then 5, I want to take my highlight. I wonder if it's going to let me copy it, you think? Let's see. Let's see here. Control copy. Yeah. Oh, guys, this is hot. This is hot. Look at this. Oh, oh. No, 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 no. I'm stoked. Now I can just move it wherever I want. I want it up here with my other article. Those are some hot notes. Move my little article thing here. Boom, baby, baby. Okay, so hopefully read and write helps you. It's just a way to allow you to mess with the article since it's on the computer. Okay? All right. Bye-bye.